Sydney McLaughlin-LEVRONE nearly breaks world record many considered unbreakable. A decades-old world record once thought to be untouchable suddenly appears to be in serious jeopardy. On a rain-soaked track in Tokyo on Thursday, Sydney McLaughlin-LEVRONE came closer to breaking it than anyone has before. McLaughlin-LEVRONE won the world title in the women's 400 meters, streaking across the finish line in 47.78 seconds. Her time was the second fastest in history, behind the 47.60 seconds that East Germany's Mariette Koch ran in 1985 at the height of her country's era of state-sponsored systematic doping. With 4 of the 9 fastest women in history joining her Thursday's World Championships final, McLaughlin-LEVRONE needed to run a historic time to claim gold. Marilady Paulino of the Dominican Republic claimed second in a blazing fast 47.98 seconds, and Solveig Nazer settled for third in 48.19. Before Thursday, no woman had come within a half-second of Koch's world record time since she ran it 4 decades ago. As recently as 2019, no one had even come within a full second. The fastest quarter-milers in the world seldom dared to dream of wiping Koch's name out of the record books. Her time was considered, as NBC Sports track and field analyst Otto Bolden puts it, impossible to beat. Marie-José Pérec of France, my friend and former training partner, who I think is the best ever in that event, would roll her eyes hard whenever the subject of that record came up. Bolden told Yahoo Sports. It was unapproachable, otherworldly. Everything changed earlier this year when America's queen of the 400-meter hurdles decided to search for a new challenge. McLaughlin-LEVRONE had already lowered the 400 hurdles world record 6 times since June 2021 and redefined what was attainable in her signature event. The 26-year-old became curious how fast she could complete a single lap of the track without 10 obstacles to leap over. On Tuesday night, in the last of 3 World Championship semifinal heats, McLaughlin-LEVRONE hinted at what she's capable of doing. She throttled down over the final 30 meters of the race, yet still cruised to victory in 48.29 seconds, shattering the American record in the women's 400 previously, held by Sonia Richards-Ross. The ease with which McLaughlin-LEVRONE ran that historic time built anticipation for Thursday's final. Suddenly, the question wasn't just whether she could win gold in her first time racing the open 400 meters at a global championship. It was also whether she could threaten Koch's controversial world record. The answer, it turned out, was yes. She came achingly close, pushed the whole way by Paulino in lane 9 and Ede Nazer in lane 7. The world record that McLaughlin-LEVRONE was targeting has long been mired in controversy. Critics have long alleged that Koch ran 47.60 with the aid of banned performance-enhancing substances. German molecular biologist Werner Frank and his wife, former Olympic discus thrower Brigitte Berendock, exposed East Germany's state-run doping system by acquiring thousands of secret files after the Berlin Wall fell in 1989. The files meticulously detailed how for decades the East German government used anabolic steroids and hormones to bolster their athletes' chances of winning medals at the Olympics and other international competitions. Several thousand athletes were treated with androgens every year, including minors of each sex. Frank and Berendock wrote in a 1997 article published in the journal Clinical Chemistry. Special emphasis was placed on administering androgens to women and adolescent girls because this practice proved to be particularly effective for sports performance. Documents obtained and published by the Frank specified dosages and dates for Koch's alleged use of the steroid oral turinabol. Despite that, Koch has denied using performance-enhancing drugs, telling the BBC in 2014 that she has a clear conscience. "I never tested positive," she said. "I never did anything which I should not have done at that time." How much longer will Koch's record stand? That might depend on whether McLaughlin-LEVRONE continues to focus on the Open 400 or returns to her signature 400 hurdles in the future. There's a chance she could even attempt to run both, if the schedule allows it when the Olympics come to Los Angeles in 2028.